Hi, I'm Mr. Cierpial and I teach Film Studies. Film Studies is an English elective and it should be understood as an English class without books. The text that we are working with is movies. And we're working to develop a sense of how to read a visual text in all the ways that it can mean. That means that in the beginning of the year, we do a fair amount of work trying to develop a sense of the grammar of film. In other words, how editing and shot composition and structure and lighting and sound and other things work to create meaning in a movie. During the course of the year, we'll work from the earliest days of the film all the way to films made within the past decade or so. Films are selected based on their kind of understanding as being important or great films. And because they're important or great doesn't mean that students don't appreciate them. The course has been around for a long time and they're pretty tried and true favorites. But throughout the course of the year, skipping back and forth, students will get a pretty solid understanding of the history of many major movements in cinema and many famous directors and artists. Watching often films that you haven't seen, you'll get this solid sense of film and you'll really probably see any kind of visual text in a new way than you had before. The course is open to 10th through 12th graders. There are a fair number of R-rated movies. Maybe it's a third of the films are R-rated, so your parents will have to sign off on that. If you want a specific list of those films, then you can look at my website and check them all out. In general, the R ratings are there for violence and not for drug use or sexuality or something like that. The work of the course is really generally twofold. We'll watch a movie in class, and then for 1 to maybe 5 days, we'll do what we call close viewing, where you look back at key scenes and we just discuss them in class. You record your observations, you talk with your neighbor, you share your ideas. It doesn't mean just one thing, but we talk about the different ways the film, that part of the film contributes to the meaning of the film as a whole. The other part of the course is an online discussion forum where students go and they just talk to each other online. They post images, they talk about why the images are important, and they just work to sort of unpack the themes and think more critically about the characters and think about the technical elements that make the movie what it is. So if you take film studies, if you're interested in movies and understanding visual text in a completely different way, people overwhelmingly say that though it's a little bit of work, they learn a ton from the class.